Hey everybody, it's the old sports editor Roddy Gallagher, and we're here for another edition of the Sundrop pregame show. It's a Friday night. It's exciting across the county. And tonight we have picked Mount Ulla, North Carolina, home of the West Rowan Falcons, who have been to the state championship game 4 straight years, against Salisbury. Now this is always thought of as the best rivalry in the county. And that sounds a little funny from the West Rowan perspective because Scott Young is 10-0 against Salisbury. But Salisbury always plays well against West. They always have a good game. And their wishbone from Salisbury really came alive last week and went over North Rowan. But they're going to have their hands full with that West Rowan defense, which is the best I've seen in a long time. And they've really been shutting people down. So we're going to go out here and we're going to talk to Scott Young from West Rowan. We're going to talk to Joe Pinion of Salisbury. We're going to drink a lot of Sundrop because it's hot. And we're going to have a good time. So we'll be back in 1 minute. Well, we found Salisbury coach Joe Pinion. You know, Joe, I always like to say that last year's most watched pregame show was the West Salisbury game and your pregame speech. You're going to have another good pregame speech tonight?
I don't know. I should have looked back and recorded that one, see if it worked any better this year. Came out, it was pretty good for the major part of the game, but toward the end it got away from us.
Why do you think that this has become the county's best rivalry?
Because it's the county's best teams. I mean, bottom line, Scott Young, his staff do a great job at West Rowan. We'd like to think that we're doing a great job. Are we at their level? We hope we're getting closer and closer. Who knows? Maybe one day we'll slip up and get them. You
know, Scott was telling me after watching film, he was so impressed about how much you had improved last week. But you know what? They have a pretty good defense on West Rowan's side.
I don't know that they have an offense. I don't know they got a defense. No, seriously, their offense is going to be a good offense, but their defense is just so good that you overlook what they can do offensively. So we are aware that they're very good on the defensive side of the ball. You know, we're just hoping if we don't shoot ourselves in the foot, maybe we'll mess around there and score 1 or 2, and hopefully we can do what everybody else has done to their offense to keep them quiet.
You think the Hornets are back in gear now after that win last week?
Well, you know, I think a win helps you anytime, but, you know, again, this is not a young, but an inexperienced football team. So, you know, every week we're going to get a little bit better, and hopefully by the time we get around to conference time, playoff time, we'll be a real good football team.
Well, it should be a great game tonight.
Well, we're looking forward to a good one.
All right, thanks, Joe. Okay, we're here with West Rowan coach Scott Young. You know, Scott, last time I interviewed you was on opening day of practice. I mean, you have slimmed down, buddy.
Well, yeah, but, you know, now we're in the middle of football season, so that's a battle. You're starting to lose again because you start eating poorly again, but we're trying to stay dedicated to it.
That's right. You know, Joe was saying he watched your film, and he kept talking about defense and defense. I mean, what can you possibly say about how good that defense is of yours?
Well, you know, that's what we always want to start with. We want to start with sound defense. We want to be able to play the heck out of the kicking game. And then slowly but surely we want our offense to round into form. And this year's no different except for it's taking our offense a little bit longer to round into form.
You know, I was telling Joe that last year the most watched video of the year was a pregame show between Salisbury and West. Why do you think that there's such interest in that game?
Well, you know, I think it's we have won 3 state championships this decade. They've won a state championship this decade. Both programs make playoff runs, it seems, almost every year. So I think everybody wants to see what one of the top 2A programs stacks up against one of the top 3A programs.
What do you think's going to happen tonight? Did the Wishbone cranked it back up a little bit last week? How are you going to stop them?
Oh, it was tremendous improvement from the Salisbury guys from week 1 to week 2. The only way to stop it is to play assignment football and be disciplined. And if everybody does their job, then you can stop it. If someone doesn't do their job, they can hurt you with a big play. And they got some big play guys with the quarterback and the fullback and the halfback. They got some big play guys.
Well, I'm sure it's going to be another good game tonight. Thanks, Scott.
Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all being here.
Cody Reeves was a laid-back young man with a big heart, who was always vigorous and active to step up to help others in need. Terrell Johnson was a quiet, humble, goal-oriented young man who was quick with a smile for anyone he met. We are going to miss them both very much, and our prayers go out to both of their families. Principal Dr. Jamie Durant and Athletic Director Todd Bell, along with the school administration, coaches, faculty, staff, and fans, would like to express our deepest, most heartfelt sympathy to the families of Cody Reeves and Terrell Johnson.
Started to talk about this in devotions, and now we want to continue it a little more. Tonight, guys, we're in the navies, we're in the whites, we got the red. Someone from that family, friends, loved ones, requested us what our fans wear. We're going to do our part. Not only are we going to do our part in the way we dress, we're going to honor them with how we fight on that field tonight. We're going to heal our school tonight. We're going to heal those families tonight. We're going to heal a lot of people tonight. We're going to go out there and play like champs because we are champs, and you're going to honor it, okay? Fly around, hit people, have fun. Let's break down Falcon Pride and go do our work.
Let's go get it! Let's go!
Let's go!
Falcon Pride on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Falcon Pride all day long!
Man, that was an emotional speech by Scott Young because, you know, West Joanne and Salisbury are playing for more than just football tonight. They're playing for Cody and Tyrell. And I want all you Sundrop watchers out there, listeners to the ball game, fans, to pray for their families because they really need it right now. And I know the Salisbury Post is, and I know you are too. So until next week, this is Ronnie Gallagher saying, see ya.
The cheerleaders have a wreath on the west side of their cheerleading area in honor of Cody and Terrell.